challenges, or in the French, challenges. Do you like that? That's the way I do it. I'm multilingual. Right. 1. You can't answer their question. Common level of stress created by the inability to answer people's questions. So let the customer know. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. Ask a manager or a colleague who can help. This is really simple. Don't know why people have difficulty with it. Really sorry, don't know the answer to that question. And we're going to look at why people are bothered by this a little bit later today. There's a reason why people are emotionally bothered by this. 2, you have to say no to a customer's request. We all want to help people, don't we? We like to be liked. So by saying no, it's, oh, don't want to say no. Unless you're genuinely grumpy, in which case you shouldn't be in customer service. You should be in accounts. That was a joke for accounts. So we have a word for accounts sometimes. Salespeople do. They call it the sales prevention department. You've heard that before, yeah. I didn't say I was original. Good. The old ones are the good, the gold ones. Acknowledge and apologise if relevant. Advise the customer what you can do for them. Appreciate that you want me to do this, however we can't offer you that, but what we can do is this. Would that be okay? Your computer is slow or responsive. How many of you have that issue? The spinning wheel of whatever. It just takes ages, particularly with more and more CRMs and systems going online in the cloud. If the network is busy, it's slow. And you're sitting there, the customer's sitting there, it's not a pleasant experience. So what can you do? Right, first of all, apologise. Give them 2 options. So the system is running a bit slow today, so it may take us longer to go through the call. So I can call you back if you prefer, or if you don't mind, we'll work our way through it. Good. Ask them questions to further understand what their requirement is. So if they're asking you, they've got a problem with, let's say that they've got the new phone in from the system and they're not sure what the problem is, and you know the system's running slow, then say, okay, the system's running a bit slow, but let me ask you a couple of questions about this so I can further understand whilst that screen's loading. You should know what the next screen's going to be and what the questions will be on that screen. So keep the call flowing. And if it's really slow, have a conversation with them. I know this is a shocking thing to do with another human being, but it is okay to have a conversation. And you can talk about news items or things that could be relevant. Keep it non-controversial and don't be opinionated, because people can get upset by that sort of thing. Good. The weather's good, by the way. Talk about the weather. Maybe the World Cup, if that was going on at that time, or whatever. Okay, customer has unreasonable expectations. Yes, the customer has unreasonable expectations. Yeah. So emphasize what you can do for them. So if they're saying, I want all my money back and £100, say, okay, I appreciate you want the £100 and all your money back. However, what we can do for you is this. I'm sure you've had times where you feel that the customer doesn't believe you, or doesn't believe the company, or doesn't believe you or the company. In this instance, where the customer has lost trust in you, or is skeptical about what you're saying, offer to show evidence, prove documentation. Offer to pass them on to a superior manager for additional verification. Sometimes even the offer, would you like to speak to a manager just to confirm what I've said? They'll go, okay. Maybe they just need time to process the information themselves, yeah? Good. You know, sometimes customers are angry for a reason, and sometimes they're angry for no apparent reason. In those instances, you've got to use the same recovery process that we're going to look at later to deal with them. Speak calmly, look to explore the reasons why they're angry, and remember, within your parameter within the business, if they're angry because their wife or husband have left them, if they're angry because their football team isn't very good, right, Derek? We know how that feels. Any other reason outside of what you're doing, it's not your problem. So you have to do what you can do within the parameters of your role. And lastly, if you need to get information from a customer and they're not giving it to you, so could I have your password please? And they go, well, what's it got to do with you? So, okay, I appreciate you don't want to give me your password. However, without you giving me the password, I can't verify your identity and I can't progress with helping you with this call. So if you could give me the password, I can try and help you. Would that be okay? Good. So when we're looking at angry people, there are reasons that people are angry and there are reasons that they are difficult to handle, and there are reasons that they are more stressful as a customer service agent to deal with. So let's look at some of these now and some of the psychological reasons why this happens.